Yes. So all our lives we strived for knowledge and intelligence, but pandemic came and changed the entire course of our thinking. It gave us a wake up call that our emotional strength is far more vital for us to survive the tough times. I'm sure there are many who still believe intelligence is important, but let's figure out the distinction and the relevance of the two with our super experienced, fantastic speaker that we have for tonight. So, good evening to everybody, my happy go lucky family here on Zoom, and all who will be watching us later on YouTube. I'm Divya Shah from Radio Diva. It started as a humble attempt during first lockdown to reach out to each other, to connect, to get that human touch. Now it has evolved into a platform dedicated to create awareness on important mental health issues, have discussions on important self-growth topic the way we are having tonight. And we also have fun sessions where we laugh, sing, enjoy, and celebrate life. Accomplished speakers share their experiences with us, inspiring us to be the best version of ourselves. So if you like our content, motivate us and hit that like button, subscribe so that you know when a video is uploaded, and put a line of appreciation for the speaker once you have listened and felt good about it. Share it with friends and family who will benefit by our relevant and honest content. Follow the Radio Diva page on Instagram and Facebook and be part of our happy-go-lucky community. We surely need each one of you to grow as a community that spreads awareness and adds value in each other's life. So again, now coming to the topic of the day and the person of the day, Meenu Bhargav Mam is a counseling psychologist with 35 years of rich experience. She is an expert of psychometrics and individual counseling. She has been associated with Delhi administration schools, Amity International, and many other schools. I mean, it will take lots of time if I mention every place that she has worked in her rich experience, but she is a visiting faculty for DU, IGNOU, and other prominent organizations and institutions. Besides her achievements and accolades, last 1 week of interacting with her closely, I realized that she is a meticulous planner, a disciplinarian, and gives her best to everything. It was amazing to see that childlike enthusiasm in her, and she was so much dedicated. I'm so excited for the session tonight, that a warm welcome to everybody, and everybody is going to super benefit with this session. The chat box is there. Please use it. If you have questions, if you want to know anything, please use the chat box, and Jaya ji will kindly share the YouTube link that we have, and the WhatsApp link. If you want to be part of our group, you can join us. That's it. I mean, I am super excited for the session, and a warm welcome, Meenu Mam. It's such a privilege to have you with us, because you taught me so much in last 1 week that I feel really great that you came in my life. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Divya, for giving me this opportunity. And yes, you said very rightly, Divya, welcome all my audience here. So yeah, you said very right thing, that there should always be a fun in learning, right? Because only when you enjoy something, then you learn it. If you are tensed, you are feeling bored, you will not learn. So let's start with the energizers, right? So yes, all my participants will stand up, and you know what they are going to do. When I say apple, you have to take one step forward. And when I say banana, you have to take one step backward. So maybe I say apple, banana, apple, or whatever, but you have to remember apple forward, banana backward, right? Apple.
Everybody, I'll request if you can.
Now I'm not going to tell you. You
camera
have to do the activity. Okay. Apple.
If you can switch on the camera, we'll be able to see you. Parul, thank you so much.
Banana. 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 Apple. 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 Apple, banana. Banana. Apple. Apple. Banana. 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 Apple, apple, apple. Thank you so much. Thank you. And now let me share my screen. Okay, fine, Divya, you have given me rights now to share a host.
Yes.
I'm not able to share my screen, Divya.
You can share, Meenu Mam.
Okay, but
all of us got energized.
Starting share screen will stop other participants' computer sound share. Do you want to continue?
You can share. I was sharing the song, that's why it was showing.
Okay, fine. Now I'm able to share it. Fine. Yeah, so very interesting topic today, and my lovely audience is here. Divya, एक second. Yeah, just a minute. Give me a minute to set things. Okay. So the topic is EQ, IQ. You can see one side is heart, another side is brain. So what is this EQ, IQ if I talk of? Yes, in this pandemic situation, this pandemic came as an uninvited guest in our life. And, we are having a good battle with this pandemic. But tell me one thing, having degrees, very high degrees, maybe MBBS, MBA or whatever, having wealth or status or good IQ, or you are a very good student or very good at your job, is that going to reduce the suffering and pain of pandemic? No. What is going to solve your problem of pandemic is your AQ, adversity quotient. How well you accept the situation and adapt yourself to it. As teachers, we adapted so well, we learned so much of technology, and that's how we continued learning. Also, to handle the situation of pandemic, we needed patience. So PQ, EQ, emotional quotient. How to be mentally strong, controlling our emotions, that mental strength, mental balance, even in this adverse situation, being happy. So what we require is HQ, happiness quotient, and, our hope and trust to be kept alive. Also, we required family support, discipline, responsibility. Discipline. Students also had to be disciplined, maintaining physical distances and washing your hands again and again, wearing masks. All these things were very necessary. Getting vaccinated, self-control. Manage yourself. Not just going impulsively. I want to meet my friends, this and that, and without mask. All that you could not do. This pandemic, I think, has taught us a lot of patience, right? Now, let me tell you what is EQ. So, EQ refers to the person's social and emotional competencies. It's not academic skills. It is social and emotional abilities, not only to understand your own emotions, but also to understand the emotions of others. IQ stands for a person's intelligence level, maybe academic competencies and reasoning abilities. To do well in your school, you may require IQ. But to face the challenges of life, you require EQ, right? A person may be very intelligent, but cannot perform well in exams. Why? Because he gets nervous attacks, anxiety attacks. He's full of fear and stress. So though he is very intelligent, but what was required was a good ability to handle emotions as well. So EQ. A person may be intelligent academically, but doesn't have good social skills. He's not able to make friends. He's not doing well on his job because as a leader, he's not able to create good team. A person may be academically very intelligent, but he hurts the other person on social media, tries to bully him. So, he's not understanding, he's not having the empathy and emotional skills. Can you recognize this figure? Yes, you can chat with me. Who is this one? Any guess? Or you know it. Who is this person? Yes, please chat with me. Okay. Yes, who is he? Any answers? No? Okay, somebody is trying to answer me. Arthur Ashe. Oh, Sunilji, thank you so much for giving the right answer. Yes. So, he's Arthur Ashe, the Wimbledon player, and he was, dying of AIDS. So, what happened? His fans all over the world told him why God had to give you such a fatal disease to such a renowned person. And what he said 5 crore children start playing tennis, 5 lakhs learn professional tennis, 50,000 come to the circuit, 5,000 reach the Grand Slam titles, 50 reach Wimbledon, 4 to the semi-final, 2 to the finals. When I was holding the cup, I never asked God why out of 5 crore people, or I got this opportunity to hold this cup. So he said, when life gives you 100 reasons to cry, you have to show life that you have 1,000 reasons to smile. How many of us think like him? Can we count our blessings like Arthur Ashe did? So if you never thought, thank God after every smile, because he has given you so many blessings, then do you have any right to blame him for every tear? When he's blessing you in so many ways, do you thank him? Then why do you want to blame him when you get tears in your eyes for some reasons? So now let's have an activity. Can you count your blessings? Who wants to tell me that he's very lucky person and how he thinks that he's a very blessed person, lucky person? Yes, Divya, do you want to? Okay, sure. Yes, please.
I'm very lucky. Because of Radio Diva, I'm getting to meet you today. Meet you. I got so many people, beautiful people in my life. I have a house. I have innumerable blessings. I have a beautiful family. I have beautiful friends. I have teachers who love me still. I'm very blessed. I have so many blessings in my life.
Okay, thank you, Divya. Any other person to count his blessings? Okay, Sunilji, please do that.
Madam, it's really my privilege to be a part of your.
Please, on your video.
Madam, I may not be able to on my video at present, but I think my voice should be able to be doing the talking. So it's really my privilege to be attending a program of your good self. It is always enriching. I think 1 or 2 points need your attention and our attention is the fact that we are alive today, the fact that we are in one piece today. We are able-bodied person. And most important, I feel really privileged that I have been born in free India. Now, mind you, underline the word free India, which means somebody has paid the price through their sacrifices, and we really feel humble towards them and really respect them from our heart. It is thanks to their sacrifices that we, all of us today in this program, have been born and brought up in free India. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. So very rightly said, we don't value the things what we have got as blessings, but when we are deprived of them, then we understand the value of them. You have got a one-piece body. Is it not the biggest blessing? You are alive. It's the biggest blessing. But you don't value that you have got one-piece body. So many children and adults are there who don't have a one-piece body and they are suffering with so many ailments and these disabilities and many more things. So if somebody says, okay, give me your eyes, I'm going to give you crores of rupees, will you give it? No, because now you understand the value of that particular organ, right? What happens? We get up in the morning and start our day with complaints about many things. But do we ever see the blessings that we have? तो शिकायतें नहीं, शुक्रिया कीजिए, because जो आपके पास है ना, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जिनके पास उतना भी नहीं है. So gratitude, having this attitude of gratitude is very necessary. Are you rich only with money? No, you are rich. It depends on how you perceive things. You are rich if you enjoy good health, if you have good values, if you have true friends, if you are intelligent. There are so many children who are mentally retarded or having learning dyslexia, disability, and so many things. You have a family who supports you so much. You're so blessed. You are educated. Isn't a blessing? So many children have never seen the home. And if you have children, that's also a blessing. If you are talented, maybe in music, art, anything, you are blessed. If you have a good job, yes, you are blessed because so many people are struggling to get employment. So let's see what Kiran Bedi has to say about this blessing.
There is a very interesting story. A person of my age is in a park and he said, number one is health. So he says, I have one thing which is health. And he said, after that you add a zero of education, it becomes 10. He said, because you add a zero, another zero, it becomes 100. I've got a job. Then you add another zero, I've got a lot of money to earn. So I'm 1,000. I add another zero, I've got a lovely family, then I'm 10,000. I add zeros and zeros as I become a billionaire and a trillionaire or a rich in family, in job, in materialism. He says, you can add so many zeros to your life after this one, which is health. Then he says, you drop this health one, everything becomes a zero.
So yes, a very good message. That biggest blessing is...
There is a very interesting story. Health. A person of my age.
Yeah. So yes, let's move now. So if I talk of our body, God has given us eyes in front. We always look at front and walk. Also, when we walk, the leg goes in front, right? We don't have eyes behind. So always what we have to do, we have to have the hope for the future and not regret what we have done in past. Our past mistakes should become our lessons for life. Everyone makes mistake. Everyone takes wrong decisions in life. So nothing wrong in it, Many people fail. How they fail? Some can't draw, some can't drive, some can't do artwork, some can't play sports. So everyone is a failure. So we have to learn from our mistakes and move ahead in life. Why do we say in this pandemic also be positive? Because, this physical health and mental health, they all go together. You will be able to enjoy physical health only when you are mentally healthy. You will make rational decisions only if you are mentally healthy. You will be good at relationship if you have good EQ and good mental strengths. You will be able to count your blessings. But if you are negative, then what will happen? If you have a negative mindset, you will not have good physical health. You may have high BP, sugar issues, and so many other ailments. Also, you will not be able to make rational decisions. You will not be able to focus your mind and your energies. You will not be creative and productive. So please be calm, be relaxed, have good sleep, and have faith and hope in life. What do we read in the newspapers? Very, very negative news all the time. Suicide by an IIT aspirant. He had such deeds. IIT, getting into IIT means you have good IQ. Then why the person is committing suicide? Or, so many other, just few days back, a bullying incident happened. A child committed suicide because he was bullied by other students. And, school did not pay attention when the child was saying that I'm being sexually harassed by my peer mates. So, sometimes we don't understand the emotions of others. And also, many incidents we have heard, selfie mishaps or rising screen addictions, or, students die because of drunk driving, or we hear of disrespectful communication, social media. humiliating pics, or you can say embarrassing images or words. Many things are there. So also road rage killings, acid attacks, rape. Why all these things? Obesity issues, because teenagers especially are high on the consumption of fatty and processed food. So can you tell me, in all these incidents, whether it was suicide by an IIT aspirant or it was by stabbing by a elderly child on his junior fellow, or selfie mishap, what is common in all these behaviors? Yes, I want to see what you chat with me. Yes, please. Yes, Neha, Risha, Hema, Amit, any answers? Yes. What is common in all these incidents, whether it is bullying or it is anything, what I put on the screen? Let me see. Okay. Yes. Negative. Okay. Divya says negative. So Divya, yes, some more chat. Let me just see. Negative self-image. Yes, I agree with you, Shabnam. Mostly the problem, psychological problems, the problem is with the self-esteem when you start seeing yourself negative. Okay, Jaya also says negative. So let me tell you now what was wrong with all these people. Yes, so also these, fake news circulating, WhatsApp forwards that we do. These all behaviors that were made by people were irresponsible, unhealthy behavior. They lacked logical skills, analytical skills, critical thinking skills, and above all, though they had good IQ maybe, but they lacked was life skills. There are 10 life skills which all of us should have. These all cases never thought of consequences. A child committing suicide, he was, having mother who was a single mother. He never thought what will happen to her. Sometimes, person does something and the whole family suffers. The pain is for everyone. So, we don't think of consequences. The selfie mishap, the person did not use his logic, what he's doing and what can happen. So who is to be blamed? Is it parents? Is it school? Or is it our thinking skills? Or our education system? Or our peer pressures? So let me tell you, if I talk of bullying case which happened recently, the active listening was missing in the authorities, the teachers and the principal and everybody. Yes, many times we don't listen. Listening is not just, biological hearing. Listening is attentive listening. Effective communication, the child could not communicate his feelings to others. The empathy by the people who, tried to harass the child without realizing what hurt they are creating for that child. So awareness on others' feelings, sometimes these things are not taken care. If I talk of our education system, what it teaches, you learn about trikon, samkon, shatkon, but any education doesn't teach you drishtikon, which is the most important thing in life. To handle the challenges of life, what you need is a positive mindset. What we lack today, we have become slaves of our emotions. What we lack today is a self-control, discipline of thoughts, discipline of speech, what we speak, discipline of actions, like irrationally, we post these things on the social media or just make forwards, all these things. We don't reflect on consequences, the hurt which we give to others, the emotional hurt. We also compare ourselves to others and shatter our own confidence. चिड़िया चील की ऊंची उड़ान देखकर कभी ये नहीं सोचती, डिप्रेशन में नहीं आती कि ये तो उतना ऊंचा उड़ती है और मैं तो नहीं उड़ सकती. It is, but इंसान दूसरे की परफॉर्मेंस देख के बहुत जल्दी अपने आप को लोअर कर लेता है, लेट डाउन कर लेता है. So what we need, to do is don't compare yourself to others. Also, we need to accept the situations. Everything is not in our control. Many times life gives you sweet lessons, but many times life can give you harsh lessons as well. So what we require at that time is to accept the situation and do whatever best we can, like in this pandemic we have done. And our focus always has to be on our blessings and not the focus on our past or our future, but we have to live in present. Your present is a present, I would say, a gift to you. So yes, कुदरत ने कभी किसी को महान बनने का मौका नहीं दिया. कंठ दिया कोयल को तो रूप छीन दिया, रूप दिया मोर को तो इच्छा छीन दी, इच्छा दी इंसान को तो संतोष छीन दिया, संतोष दिया संतों को तो उनसे संसार छीन दिया, संसार दिया देवी देवताओं को चलाने तो उनसे मोक्ष छीन दिया. तो यस, हम सब मिट्टी से बने हैं, मिट्टी में मिल जाएंगे. So don't ever say that I am not perfect. Nobody is perfect. किसी के पास धन है तो अच्छा स्वास्थ्य नहीं है. Somebody is having good money but doesn't have a family, doesn't have a health. Somebody has good health but doesn't have a family. So everybody lacks in something or the other. एक बार मैंने एक फूल को देखा और उससे पूछा, भाई तुम क्यों मुस्कुराते रहते हो? हमेशा मैंने तुम्हें मुस्कुराते हुए ही देखा है, ये व्यर्थ में अपनी ताजगी क्यों लुटाते हो? फूल चुप रहा. इतने में तितली आई, आनंद लिया और उड़ गई. भंवरा आया, सुगंध बटोरी, आगे बढ़ गया. मधुमक्खी आई, पल भर भिनभिनाई, पराग समेटा और झूमती गाती चली गई. एक बालक आया, उसने भी फूल का सुख निहारा और वो भी खेलने लग गया. तब फूल ने बोला, देखो भाई, क्षण भर को ही सही, पर मैंने कितने लोगों के जीवन में सुख दिया. क्या तुमने कभी ऐसा किया? कल के पल चिंता में, आज के आनंद में मैं विराम क्यों करूं? माटी ने जो मुझे ब्लेसिंग्स दी, रंग दिया, रूप दिया, गंध दी, उसे मैं बदनाम क्यों करूं? मैं हंसता हूं क्योंकि मुझे हंसना आता है. मैं खिलता हूं क्योंकि मुझे खिलना सुहाता है. मैं मुरझा गया तो क्या, फिर एक नया फूल खिलेगा. ना कभी मुस्कान होती है, ना ही सुगंध. जीवन तो एक सिलसिला है, इसी तरह चलता रहेगा. तो हमें भगवान का हर समय शुक्रिया करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये जो हंसी है ना, ये किसी जानवर के पास नहीं है. They can scream, they can get angry, but they cannot smile or laugh like us. So this is the biggest virtue that we have got, and we should be, smiling in all the life situations. So living in the favorable and unfavorable situation is part of life, but smiling in all these situations is called the art of life. And this positive thinking, believe me, is not a one-day game. Positive thinking has to be regularly practiced. And the happiness of our life depends not on the external factors. बंगला, गाड़ी, ये सब आपको खुशी नहीं दे सकते. आपकी खुशी internal है. It depends on the quality of thoughts. So if you can control your negative thoughts and you can live in your present, enjoy your present, because आज का यदि आपने जिंदगी में ये सुकून खत्म कर दिया तो कल आप बीमार हो जाएंगे. So it is better to enjoy your life. Now, what are the benefits of having these emotional intelligence? As I said, it helps you in relationships also. If you think right, if you make your decisions wisely, then your relationships also get better. Also, it improves your health and your decision-making skills. You may ask me how the relationships improve. So, यहाँ पे मुझे कुछ गुलजार जी की पंक्तियां याद आ रही हैं. And they were like, कल क्या होगा तो किसी को नहीं पता. So he says कि आज ही सारी अपनी हसरतें निकाल दो, because कल आएगा या नहीं, कल हो ना हो, ये किसी को नहीं पता. समझौता करना सीखो, क्योंकि किसी के आगे झुक जाने से बहुत बेहतर है किसी के आगे यस समझौता करना सीखो, क्योंकि थोड़ा सा झुक जाना बेहतर है किसी रिश्ते को हमेशा हमेशा के लिए तोड़ देने से. But nowadays, what is happening? The students, the youth are so casual with their relationship. Why it is happening? Because always they are trying to find faults in other person, not accepting that person, not seeing the goodness in that person. So yes, emotional intelligence is necessary in every aspect of life. Can you recognize her? Who is she? Yes, please. Yes, please.
Arunima.
Okay, and what you want to say something about her? Yes. Yeah, but I want to hear from you her story. Anybody? Yes.
Anandita, you want to share?
Please, audience, I want to hear from you.
I know the story, but Anandita, do you want to share? You have met her. P.P. Shukla sir says nice.
Oh. Yes, let me see if somebody wants to share. Okay, they have not. Okay,
yes, so you can unmute, Anandita.
Yeah.
Try, you can unmute.
Good evening. It's a great talk, ma'am, and hello, Divya. This is Anandita. And actually, on a particular Women's Day celebration, we had invited her. This was probably 8-9 years back. And that time she had come to share her story, and she was not very popularly known by then. Maybe very few people actually knew her. So, but we had got to know about her from Jamshedpur, the center for which is run by Bachendri Pal madam, and we had asked for a person who could attend as a guest for our Women's Day function. And that time we were told that she didn't have legs and still she could climb Mount Everest, and that was a great achievement because of her grit and willpower. And when she had come here, in fact, her story was very mesmerizing and very, very inspiring. We had a very good time. And soon after, I think she received the Padma Shri from the Honorable Prime Minister, sometime around 2014 or 15 probably. So that's what I would like to share, that great people don't come in big packets, they can always be a normal person like you, or may have gone through adversity and still they become very great. I think that was the learning from her.
Yeah, very true, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving some information on her. So Arunima Sinha is the first female amputee to scale Mount Everest and Mount Vinson. She was a national level volleyball player who was pushed from a running train by some robbers in 2011. When they were trying to snatch her chain and she was resisting them. As a result, one of her legs had to be amputated below the knee. So yes, let's see the video on her. Okay, just a minute, give me a minute. I think I just forgot to put the video. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me know. Okay, I'll show you a little later. So what makes a person successful? It is both. The EQ plus IQ is equal to SQ. That is success quotient, right? And success definitely requires a positive mindset. In our family, if you lose somebody, that time whatever academic degrees you have are not going to help. What is going to help you to come out of that grief will be your mental makeup, your emotional strength. So these are also very, very necessary. So always take your failures as experiences and evolve yourself through these failures. Now, as I said, most of the cases which I which were reported from the newspaper, The children or the youth, they lacked critical thinking skills. Same way, we also need to do critical thinking. With this stress or fear of pandemic, suppose we, keep watching news on this pandemic or this war or whatever. So, watching too much negative news, will it change the situation to better? Will watching too much news not create the horror movies in our mind? Will it not be like flood of thoughts will be there in mind and they will create some traffic jam and will not be able to, do well in life. We will not even be able to concentrate on our daily activities. Will this negativity, anxiety, depressive thoughts help you to perform better or be productive? Or, you will lose your confidence, your skills, or maybe your sleep, or maybe your physical health, or maybe you have memory lapse just because you are having a lot of negative thoughts inside. Do we have healthy ways to cope up with our negative emotions? Yes. We can handle our emotion in two ways. The healthy ways, appropriate ways, responsible ways, and same emotion can be handled in very negative ways, very unhealthy ways, and very irresponsible ways. So, my anger, I can control my anger, or I can manage it by doing effective communication to other person. But same anger can become danger. Only the D letter is different. So anger and danger, anger can lead to murder, divorce, racial fights, and so many things. So yes, we have to always learn these life skills, how to use our emotions in a positive, healthy, responsible ways. Also, these emotions play on us, our physical health, mental health, social health also. Because, when we are depressed, we don't want to interact with people. We just want to withdraw ourselves. We are not able to take any decisions of life. And, our emotional health also suffers. Our psychological health suffers because we become very irritated and we frustrated and all that. And of course, our self-esteem goes down. So how to fight, these adverse situations in life? So, the soul is our powerhouse. Yes. Because, whatever energy you get, if I don't have a breath, I'm dead. So soul is the powerhouse. And what is the food for the soul? The soul gets enriched with yoga, meditation, exercises, mantras, prayers. All these things help you to be strong mentally. Your breathing exercises, your healthy diets, and your connecting with people. Because the presence of other human beings is the biggest drug, I would say, medicine, I would say. And also reinvent yourself. Also have creative outlets like listen to music or do some art or read some motivational books, have some videos, creative outlets. Many creative outlets are there. In pandemic, what did we do? We followed our hobbies. We were doing so much of cooking also because YouTube videos were there to, make you learn so much. So learn new things. Give joy to others, because the more joy you give to others, the better you get all that joy in your life. Share your smiles, because more the smile you share, the smiles come back to you. Also count your blessings. So yes, you have to do positive affirmations. Like, when the child says, I can't do it, I can't do it, he will never be able to do it because he's conditioning his mind to not do it. When you say, I can do it, I will try, you get all the energy to do the thing. Always say to yourself, I'm very powerful. I believe in myself. I know I can fight the fear and it will disappear. The best doctor to fight stress, are sunshine, water, rest, air, exercise, and diet. If you attend on them, you will not become sick. So, it's always said, smooth roads never make good drivers, and smooth sea never make good sailors. Clear skies never make good pilots. So problem-free life will never make you a strong person. So yes, problems come to us to give us some lessons, and we evolve with our problems. As Sunilji would say that yes, there are all the people who have problems. Only people who don't have problems are the people lying in the graveyard. So we are very lucky that we are alive. So any questions, yes, you can ask. Meanwhile, I think, Divya, I'll try to get a video. You can talk to them. If they have any question, then we can ask that question also. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can stop the sharing, then the screen will be bigger.
Yeah. I'll just stop.
You can share it again, Meenu Mam.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So I can see Namita. Everybody else, if you're comfortable, please switch on your camera. We would love to see faces. Yes, Hema, beautiful smile. Problem came with solution. It's amazing thought itself, Shabnam says. I can see Sonakshi. Hello, Sonakshi. Any good, okay, Sunil sir wants to know any good book on EQ. Okay, Kasturi.
Yes, sir.
He wants to, there are many books. Lovely.
Yes.
Surika ji, Rishabh says very informative session. Meenu Mam, there is people Shukla.
Divya, can I show the video and then we can continue?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Let's watch the video.
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. Yeah.
उसको चेन से महावत बांध देता है, वो चेन तोड़ने की कोशिश करता है, पैर तोड़ने की कोशिश करता है, उसके घाव हो जाता है, खून निकल आता है, चेन तोड़ पाता है? यस नो, नहीं तोड़ पाता। धीरे धीरे हाथी का बच्चा बड़ा होता है, विशाल हाथी बन जाता है। अब उसको जूट की रस्सी से बांध दिया, बांस की बल्ली के साथ खड़ा कर दिया, पेड़ नहीं साहब, पांव भी खींचेगा ना तो बल्ली बाहर आ जाएगी, लेकिन वो रस्सी को तोड़ पाता है? यस नो, इट इज देयर बिलीफ सिस्टम। आज डॉक्टर्स इसका इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, बोलते हैं भैया राम जी ये दवाई खा लो, 2 दिन में एकदम ठीक हो जाओगे, ये तुम्हारे लिए अमेरिका से मंगाई दवाई है, 2 दिन में ठीक हो जाओगे। राम सोचते हैं अच्छा ऐसा, दवाई खाते हैं, कहते हैं अब तो ठीक होने वाला हूं और 2 दिन में ठीक भी हो जाते हैं। वो दवाई थी नहीं, वो दवाई नहीं थी, वो खोखली गोली थी, इसको बोलते हैं प्लेसिबो इफेक्ट। इट इज देयर बिलीफ सिस्टम। ये माइंड इतना पावरफुल है ना, इस माइंड की मदद से ये आदमी, it can break you, it can make you, you can become strongly mental or you can become mentally strong, you can have a hopeless end or you can have an endless hope. Your belief system is right। आप जानते हैं उस लड़की को अरुणिमा सिन्हा यूपी के गांव से आई थी, ट्रेन की पटरी के नीचे उसको चेन छीनने के लिए कुछ लोगों ने धक्का दे दिया, दोनों पांव ट्रेन के नीचे आकर कट गई, सारी रात वहीं पड़ी रही, कोई बचाने नहीं आया। 49 ट्रेन सारी रात में गुजर गई वहां से, एक ट्रेन इधर, एक ट्रेन इधर, एक ट्रेन इधर, एक ट्रेन इधर, बीच में पड़ी रही पटरियों में, जंगल के बीच में, कोई नहीं था। कीड़े चाट रहे थे उसके पांव को कटे हुए, चूहे खा रहे थे उसकी स्किन और हड्डियों को, कोई नहीं आया। सुबह हुई, दिल्ली अस्पताल में लेके आ गया उसको, और वहां पे आने के बाद जब उसको पता चला मल्टीपल फ्रैक्चर उसकी पीठ में आ गए, पांव खत्म हो चुका है, सारी जिंदगी के लिए अपाहिज हो गई है, प्रोस्टेटेड लेग्स के साथ उसको चलना पड़ेगा। वहां बैठ के क्या बोली, अगर भगवान तूने मुझे बचाया तो जरूर इतिहास रचने के लिए, अब तो मैं एवरेस्ट क्लाइंब करूंगी, अब मैं एवरेस्ट क्लाइंबर बनूंगी। बछेंद्रिय पाल के पास गई, बछेंद्रिय पाल ने क्या कहा, तूने ऐसी अवस्था में एवरेस्ट क्लाइंब करने के लिए सोच लिया, तू तो एवरेस्ट क्लाइंब कर चुकी है, अब तो दुनिया में तारीख पता लगना बाकी रह गया है। और जानते हैं एक एक करके न केवल उसने माउंट एवरेस्ट बल्कि 7 पीक दुनिया की पार कर ली। आज एनडीए गवर्नमेंट में उसको पद्मश्री अवार्ड मिला है। साहब, आदमी विकलांग शरीर से नहीं होता है, मन से होता है। अगर मन से विकलांग हो गया तो हमेशा के लिए विकलांग हो गया।
So yes, Divya, you can continue. If they have questions, they can definitely ask. I'm just doing the stop share. Yeah.
I think a very, very important session we had, Meenu Mam. It was, the learning was so awesome. So Neha says very informative session. Somebody called Redmi says amazing session, ma'am. So I think if all of us really, we are feeling really blessed, because I think a pandemic has taught us, and today you have taught us that yes, emotional quotient is definitely something, any kind of problems we will be able to face if we are emotionally strong, and that is more important. Aajkal information na एक button के वो में है. So let's
Yes.
strong. So anybody who has any question, I would love to hear. Namita is still with the camera on, and Sonakshi. You have a beautiful smile, Sonakshi. And so you have Namita. Anybody else? Neha ji, lovely to see you. So Jaya ji has shared the link and the YouTube. And if you want to share this video with any of your loved ones who you think is low, you know, मीनू मैम की आवाज सुन के आप चार्ज अप हो जाओगे. Yes, Sonika. It was a wonderful knowledge that she shared. Lovely. So anybody who has any question? Yes, Suma also says very nice session. I think let's call it a day for the YouTube people. Meenu ma'am, what do you say? Any last message that you want to share?
No, I just want to say this, that, you know, don't lose your smile for petty things, because, you know, everybody has problems. Some have financial problems, some have problems of adjustment, but, you know, everybody has problem. Nobody is perfect. And also for your family, don't make it a theater of conflict. You know, that's what I was saying, that relationship also, you know, is very essential. If you have good emotional intelligence, then you can be good at relationships also. So maintain your relationship. Now you can, you know, yes. Any other question, please?
Everybody is thanking you for the lovely session, Meenu ma'am. You were wonderful, I must say. And I think ना एक story है ना Meenu ma'am कि एक teacher क्या करती है, अपने सारे students को बोलती है कि सब अपने अपने परेशानियों को ना एक पोटली में बांध दो, एक पत्थर पे लिख के, और फिर उसको एक बीच में रख दो. And whoever wants to take whichever potli can take after that. But when everybody wrote their, saw कि सबके पास इतनी बड़ी potli है, so everybody, when they picked up their own potli, because they realized कि everybody has some problem or the other. और मेरा ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरा दुख बहुत बड़ा है, सबके पास कोई ना कोई दुख है. एक टीचर आई थी हमारी मैम, उन्होंने कहा था हर आंखों में आंसू है, बट आप डिसाइड करो कि आप उस चीज से नीचे होना चाहते हो या खुशी खुशी प्रॉब्लम्स के गले मिल के आगे बढ़ना चाहते हो. सो आई थिंक वेरी,
तो वही बात हो गई ना, जैसे एक बच्चा रो रहा था कि मेरे पास जूते नहीं है, unless and until he saw another child who didn't have a feet, and he realized then that I am very lucky, I just don't have shoes, but he's the person, he doesn't have even feet. So, you know, these things are very necessary to, you know, write a journal about your blessings. So whenever you are feeling low and you try to see what blessings, what are the reasons for my smile that I've got, you will be able to, you know, get some energy inside, right? Positive energy.
Absolutely. So Jaya ji has shared the group link, WhatsApp group link, and the YouTube link. This video on live on YouTube. Please share it with your friends and family. Whoever needs that motivation, please share. Please follow our page on Instagram and Facebook. And be part of our happy-go-lucky family. Let's add value in each other's life. Let's learn from each other and let's grow together. Thank you so much, everybody who's watching us on YouTube. And we